always tell the same story, don't they? The brave hero, the righteous warrior standing tall in the light. And me? I'm the shadow creeping at the edges of their perfect little world. The villain, the monster, the one who must be stopped. But do you know what they never tell you? My side, the truth. Because the truth is ugly, and they don't like ugly things ruining their fairy tales. I wasn't born evil. No one is. I was born into a world that didn't want me. A world that shoved me into the dark corners and forgot I was there. While they played in the sunlight, I was left to freeze in the shadows. I used to wonder why. Why me? What did I do to deserve this? To be invisible, ignored, discarded like I didn't matter. I begged for their kindness once, begged for someone to see me, and for a while I thought it was my fault, that maybe I was too weak, too broken to deserve their love. But kindness never came. It doesn't come for people like me. That's the thing they don't tell you about the light. It's reserved for a select few. The rest of us are left in the dark, fighting for scraps of it. And so I stopped waiting. I stopped hoping. The shadows taught me something the light never could. Survival. In the dark I learned how to fight, how to take what I needed when no one was willing to give it. They called me a thief, a liar, a criminal, but they never asked why I had to become those things. Do you know what desperation does to a person? It strips away the part of you that believes in fairness, in rules. Desperation is raw, primal, and in it I found my strength. They had no idea what they were creating. Every cruel word, every shove, every door slammed in my face, it forged me, shaped me into something stronger, something sharper, and yes, something darker. I used to cry in the shadows. Now I rule them. They look at me now and call me a monster. But monsters aren't born. They're made. And the world made me. Every sneer, every betrayal, every ounce of pity they threw my way. They built this. I'm not ashamed of it. Why should I be? While they're clinging to their fragile morality, I've built an empire. Fear isn't weakness, it's power. And they fear me now, don't they? But let me ask you something. If you were me, what would you have done? If the world turned its back on you, would you still beg for its acceptance? Or would you take what you deserve? It's easy to judge from the light, but step into the shadows for a while. Feel the cold, the loneliness, the desperation. Then tell me, am I the villain, or am I just what the world forced me to become? You see, the heroes, they'll never admit it, but they need me. Without the shadow, the light is meaningless. Without the villain, there is no hero. I am their purpose, their contrast, the thing they fight against to make themselves feel righteous. But me, I don't need their validation. I don't need their approval. I exist for one reason, to remind them that perfection is a lie, that their world is built on the backs of people like me, people they ignored, people they abandoned. Born in the shadow, I learned the hard truth. No one is coming to save you. If you want power, you take it. If you want respect, you demand it. If you want a legacy, you carve it out with your own hands, no matter the cost. I am not ashamed of who I am. I am the shadow that refuses to fade. The reminder that darkness exists in all of us, no matter how bright the light pretends to be. So call me what you will. Villain, monster, tyrant. It doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you'll remember my name. You'll remember my story, and you'll never forget the shadow I cast. Born in the shadow, I found my strength, and now I am unstoppable. Do you still think I'm the villain? You're